That is right. We are going from football to football. It's the hottest game known worldwide.
Absolutely.
FIFA, and it's back. It's bigger than ever. FIFA 18. I'm here with Sam and Matt, the creative director and the lead gameplay designer, talking about a brand new FIFA, guys. Now, last year, FIFA 17 blew the world away. How are you guys doing up in Vancouver, knowing that you have to top that and make it even bigger and better this year?
Yeah, I mean, it's always what drives us, right? We always want to bring the best game to market, and last year was a massive year on many levels. It was the transition to the Frostbite engine, which was huge. It sold over 21 million copies, so a record year across the board.
Not bad.
Not bad,
21
not bad.
Mil, you know?
And then obviously one of the bigger things was the introduction of the Journey and Alex Hunter, who in just 1 year has become one of the most famous names in all of football. So an incredible year all round.
I mean, we had the Men in Blazers on stage.
We did.
So hyped about Alex Hunter. What's he up to? What's he doing? But it's not just about Alex Hunter, obviously. I mean, when you guys announced the cover star for FIFA 18, everybody was like, whoa, that looks way better than that statue that was at that airport. That looks actually like Cristiano Ronaldo. But bringing in Cristiano Ronaldo, what is that experience just to kickstarting that experience and making it happen? How did that feel once it all culminated into what it became in FIFA 18?
Jose, well, first of all, it was an awesome experience working with the best football player in the world. We went to Madrid a few months ago to motion capture Ronaldo, and we're putting his animations in the game. So he's basically helping us create what it is the biggest leap in the history of gameplay. So that's quite important for us, special attention in gameplay this year. So there's so many new features that I want to tell you about gameplay. There's 4 pillars: the player, the teams, the atmospheres, and the dramatic moments. And let me start with the player. First of all, we have a brand new animation engine. It's called the Real Player Motion Technology. It's a system that allows us to pick animations every single frame. In the past, we used to do every step the player takes, that's an animation, and then we would just chain different animations, different steps. Now, because it's every single frame, for the human eye, just looks like one fluid motion. The movement of the players is very fluid. And this engine also gives us responsiveness, fluidity, and personality. So you will see how the entire feature set is about those 3 things: responsiveness, fluidity, and personality. For personality, as I mentioned, we're putting Ronaldo animations in the game, and now if you look at him, he runs exactly like Ronaldo. From any camera, you will recognize him right away. We also have the tools that allows us to personalize the movement of players, like Sterling, you saw in the video, how his hands are a little bit...
Sterling with a goal!
Oh yeah, Sterling, his hands like that, Robin, the hands more like in this position, Jordi Alba, the chest up. You will see all those characteristics in the game, and we have also 6 new archetypes for more personality for every single player in the game. So before, all the players would share the same animations for running. Now there is the short, medium, and tall player with the skinny and stocky options. So everybody is going to have more personality in the way they move. Then there is the dribbling overhaul. This is my favorite. Dribbling is so much fun, so responsive. And you will see a lot of personality. So you will see the players avoiding doing all those fancy things with dribbling, just with the left stick, just by jogging, for example. And if you pass the ball to somebody like Messi, he's going to be so explosive. You're going to see how he stretches to get to the ball. He leans. He's looks very cool. The visuals are very improved from previous years. And also, if you pass the ball to somebody like Iniesta, he's going to be so good at hiding the ball, but he's not that explosive. So you need the combination of things. And there's also features for the team. There's a brand new positioning system that allows players to coordinate between each other to provide different types of support all the time. There's always going to be somebody doing safe support, so you can keep possession with a safe pass. There's going to be people doing diagonal runs, trying to unmark themselves, attacking runs, and they're going to be playing closer to the sidelines, so wider, in order to create better spaces. And you can now read football like professionals do in real life all the time, trying to read the situation. You can do that in FIFA. So we also have a lot of play styles. For example, when you play career mode, you will have a different experience, so team personality, depending on what play style they do in real life. So for example, we have the tiki-taka, a lot of first-time passes, long balls. If you have players that are very good at dribbling, you will see them trying to beat on defenders, different options. And also for the defensive side, there's quite options like catenaccio, harass, there's many of them. Then there is the next part, which is the dramatic moments. We are changing our crossing mechanics, so now crosses are more dangerous, more driven, and the actual controls also change a little bit as well. We are improving our through balls, the shooting system, now that the trajectories are closer to the goal to give you more realistic outcomes, but doesn't mean every single shot is going to the net. And finally, we have the atmospheres, which is very important as well. And there's regionalization, so basically depending on where you're playing in the world, you're going to have a different experience. The lighting is different, the position of the sun is very authentic, so you have the same experience as you get in real TV. There's a lot of props around the field, like even cars or commercial things, banners, flags, like in South America, for example. And there's a lot of work on the crowds. There's a lot of new chants, so you have a better audio experience, as well as the crowds now behave individually, so you will see them reacting very different than before. When there's a goal, for example, they will try to jump a couple of rows down, and you can actually celebrate with the crowd. You can hug them. You can do many different things. The gameplay is very, very fun this year.
There's a lot.
Yeah, so, I was gonna say, so you guys didn't really do much, right? It's not very
No, we put our feet up for a year. So.
Yeah.
But I mean, when, channeling all of that newness within a game like FIFA, especially where people have grown to expect it to play a certain way, do you guys ever, is it a challenge for you guys to make it new, but still make it seem like the players who are good at FIFA can jump in and know exactly what they're doing and notice the differences that you guys made?
For sure, it's always a challenge. The game has to be very deep. So people that are new to FIFA, that's true. People that are new to FIFA, they need to be able to play it easily, and then people that are very experienced, there needs to be a lot of depth in the mechanics. But we think that fluidity is the key this year to be able to have the entertaining game for everybody that tries to join the game.
Nice. And I also understand we have a clip, a little gameplay trailer that we saw inside that we're going to take a look at right now. Show that beautiful footage.
PS4 for the players.
Obviously,
Come on.
I want that in my life. And obviously, introducing the journey last year, we talked about it earlier. Alex Hunter, the most tweeted about footballer in the history of the world. He scored like 32 million goals last season. 36 million, sorry, Alex Hunter.
360 million, actually. Yeah.
You know what?
Come on, don't undervalue
He
it.
scored over 1 million goals. There's no need to talk about how many over hundreds of millions of goals. And now we see a new iteration.
Absolutely, he's
the
back.
journey's continuing.
He's back for his second year, so it's one of those modes where we can't really divulge too much because we don't want to give it away. But no, we can't.
Those guys aren't listening. They're deep into the pitch right now.
We're bringing him back. It's bigger and better. We're taking him to a wider world of football. So obviously within FIFA the game, we have a global appeal with football. We represent the sport globally. For the Journey 1, he was a lad from London, so we said it in the EPL, that was his breakout year. So again, without divulging too much, he's going to spread his wings a little bit. So there's some surprises in store for Alex, and he's going to kind of spread his wings around the global world of football. So he's possibly not locked to England this time. So lots going on in his life. It's a tumultuous year for the young lad.
Well, if you weren't one of the 21 million players who played FIFA 17, break it down a little bit about what the journey was when you guys kicked it off last year, and how you would like to see it go from here on out.
Yeah, so the journey was a cinematic mode, which we were able to do through the power of Frostbite. So it's one of the benefits of the Frostbite transition. And what it allowed us is to really kind of give a window into the world of football that we've never had before. So we've always done a great job of focusing on the 90 minutes on the pitch. We've never kind of gone behind the curtain and taken off the pitch. And this modern world, that's something that people have an interest in. You know, with Twitter, you can kind of have a window into the lives of footballers like never before. So we wanted to really bring that kind of what makes a footballer tick, what's his, you know, family background, all that kind of stuff. And obviously it resonated spectacularly with the, you know, over 13 million people played it. A whole bunch of those completed it through to the end and replayed it in many cases. So it really offered us up an opportunity to show a side of football that we'd never done before in FIFA. And in terms of where we want to take it, obviously year one was his breakout year. Year two, he's now a bit of an established star. What he won was entirely up to the users, so you could have won the FA Cup, you could have won the EPL, you could have even got relegated. That was one of the beauties of it. It wasn't on rails, there was a lot of choice, and basically his career was in your hands. So we pick up from where we left off. So if you played Journey 1, you will start on the team you were in. He will have the personality you created through the cinematic moments, and then we'll kind of kick it off. And I will give you a little bit of an insight. We start with him on holiday in Rio, connecting with some of the locals, which you can probably imagine how he connects with locals in Rio.
Rough life. Yeah. You know, rough life. So, you know, when creating that story and cultivating all this, how do you go about creating this lore for a character who's going to be going on this journey that you're taking him on, but make it resonate with people who might have been a professional football player, or if they just wonder what that life is like? Yeah.
Well, one of the other challenges is making it resonate with people around the globe, because it was set in England, so it's important that the story is fundamentally about football and it resonates with a football fan. So even if I'm from South America, I can connect with this story on a footballing level. And then the other part of that is just making it an interesting character, just fleshing out the character, giving him an interesting background, interesting support system. So the family, they're all back. So good old Grandad, everyone loved Grandad. He's back this second time round. Mum is back. So just creating not just an interesting character whom you control, but the support system and the characters around him is key, that they resonate with users and are interesting as well, and that obviously happens.
And what do you think was the most crucial sort of piece of feedback you received from people who did complete this journey, or just from fans in general? Was there any sort of comments that they made that you were like, oh yeah, we should sort of go in this route, or maybe try something like this?
Yeah, absolutely. We have a great relationship with our fans, and we value their feedback because they're the most important guys. They're the ones that play it. So the good news is they loved it. They really resonated with the fact that they controlled his personality. You know, like I say, it wasn't on rails. One of the things we did take from the feedback was they wanted more big, major decisions in his life. Some key decisions that will change Alex and those around him. So keep an eye out for those. Some big decisions that you have to make as Alex that will affect the story and the characters and etc. So again, it's one of those hard things to talk to because I don't want to spoil it. But there's a lot of good stuff in there.
I'm thinking like downloadable DLC. A villain character comes into his life. That villain is played by me.
Right. Okay.
Mocapped in Ronaldo suit, so I run like Ronaldo. I'm ripped like Ronaldo, and it could just create some tension.
We'll put that on the ideas board.
I mean, if there is an ideas board, I'd like that to go right to the top.
Well, I was thinking more of the bottom board.
Obviously, a lot of people are excited about the journey. We do have a trailer explaining what's going down in the second part of this journey coming in FIFA 18.
There is one question on everybody's lips.
What next for Hunter?
Everyone's hunting Hunter.
Alex Hunter is being talked about.
I think all this Alex Hunter talk, I think that's just paper talk, if I'm honest.
Sehen wir Alex Hunter bald in der Bundesliga?
Seine Spielweise ist atemberaubend.
Alex Hunter is a proper talent, a huge talent. He needs the right club and the right manager.
And he probably lucky to have it.
Alex Hunter is in the media every day and it's getting annoying to be fair.
Oh, it's so irritating.
What kind of club would let Alex Hunter go?
And I'm not really sure that a move is the right thing for him.
Just finishing.
But this guy's getting too big for his boots, blood.
Alexander is a great player.
He's a beast. Yeah, she is.
He's very quick.
He's got skills.
Amazing skills.
Hunter è un attaccante fenomenale.
Hopefully he's got good people around him.
Hunter's bombed his bridge. He has to look after himself.
Go! Go!
I would move.
Rumours have got to stop.
Go, Alex. Alex Hunter, you really are wasting time.
Will Alex Hunter stay or go?
Are you sure this is what
risky? Not about this tour of the US.
What does your heart tell you?
If I stay, it will be double. So you should I stay or should I go?
PS4 for the players.
All right.